Good morning, Bordar. Thank you very much, Derek. And it is good to be here in my hometown of Wrexham, where the sun always shines. I was just telling Derek that. To be here to speak at this digital inclusion conference, and I too am very grateful to BT for their support. I was very fortunate about 6 years ago to actually step in for the minister who was responsible for digital inclusion at the time, Carl Sargent, at I think the first digital inclusion conference back in Swansea. I didn't know much about digital inclusion at that time, but once I read up about it prior to standing in for Carl, I realised it's something that we should all be passionate about. And I've even gone so far as to now get my mum on an iPad, and I now provide her with 24/7 IT support, or at least she thinks I do. But I think your opening remarks, Derek, really showed us the importance of making sure as many people as possible are digitally included, and that includes the challenges, but also the opportunities that we have for that. So it is good to see so many of you here today who I know share our passion for tackling digital exclusion. And I think this really demonstrates the collective commitment which is needed to ensure that everybody in Wales has the opportunity to benefit from the digital world. And whilst access to the internet is critical, people also need to have that motivation and the skills and also the confidence to be able to fully benefit from it. So we need more individuals and organisations to take full advantage of the opportunities offered by the digital world if we are to truly maximise the impact of our very significant investments in broadband, infrastructure in digital skills and in online public services. Digital inclusion is key to our tackling poverty work and also our economic priorities. We know that households can often save significant sums of money by being able to purchase goods and services online. So for example, just last month, the Lloyds Bank study, which looked at both digital and financial capability of consumers, estimated average annual savings of £744 for online consumers. This fell to £516 for those on low incomes, but as you can see, it still represents a significant saving. The benefits are too great to ignore, but too many people, unfortunately, are still unaware of them. However, I don't think it's just about saving money. We know that basic digital skills enable people to find work. They also help reduce feelings of isolation and loneliness by allowing individuals to stay in touch with families and friends and to access other online support networks. The numerous available health and fitness apps can make it easier and even fun, I'm told, to stay healthy. Even confident digital users can sometimes take time to get to grips with changes. So I think we need to recognise that ongoing support is also needed for those with limited or no digital capability. Libraries continue to provide an excellent community resource. They offer free internet access and support to help people find work, access public services, save money, and host a range of digital sessions across all age groups, from Minecraft classes to coding clubs, to older people's first click sessions. Library services are key partners in our pioneer areas, which are maximising the opportunities for the arts, culture and the historic environment to play their part in Communities First programmes to help tackle poverty. We know developing digital skills through culture and history is a proven means of engagement. Increasingly, we are seeing community hubs develop, providing a wide range of important community services, including benefit and advice services, library resources, computer access and meeting and interview rooms, all in one place, which then makes it much easier for citizens to access. Online communities of interest can encourage more people to contribute and become more engaged in helping shape the services that they need and influence decisions which affect their day-to-day lives. This is another compelling reason to encourage the digitally excluded to become more engaged. Online trading is not just for big corporations. If more local high street businesses use digital technologies, they could reach more customers and get more people to engage. I'm passionate about town centre initiatives, such as town centre partnerships and the business improvement districts, and I really believe greater use of digital technologies can play a part. There are many partners, as we can see from those of you here today, who are contributing to this important agenda already. And I attended a Clwyd Allen Housing Digital Inclusion event a few months ago here in Wrexham, and they and others in the social housing sector are doing fantastic work to try and get more of their tenants to embrace digital technologies. We know there are significant potential efficiency savings for service providers, including vital public services, which are absolutely essential in this tough economic climate. However, these savings won't be realised if a fifth of our adult population is unable or unwilling to go online. The majority of citizens are increasingly demanding high-quality, easy-to-use digital public services which can be accessed at their convenience. By designing even better services, this will help them make the case for others to use them. The private sector has a strong interest in supporting more people to be confident online. There have been several examples of private sector engagement from banks, telecommunication companies and others. However, I encourage all organisations to move from thinking of digital inclusion simply as part of their corporate social responsibility, as a nice thing to do, and treat it instead as a commercial imperative. Welsh Government, as we heard from Derek, will continue to lead by example. We will embed digital inclusion across all of our policies and programmes. We will also provide direct support to the efforts of volunteers, including some of our own staff using their 5 days volunteering entitlement to support people to get online and do more online. I believe volunteers have a key role to play in tackling digital exclusion in Wales. The job is too big for programmes like Digital Communities Wales to be able to tackle alone. It can be as easy as helping an elderly friend, like me, or a relative go online for the very first time. Wales Council for Voluntary Action and County Voluntary Councils provide support for volunteers' rights across Wales and can help in a variety of ways. Intergenerational initiatives are a great way of engaging those reluctant users and must be encouraged across our communities. Digital Communities Wales has worked with the Girl Guides and the Scouts, where young people have shared their skills with family members. Schools are increasingly embracing the digital world, and there are many excellent examples of families coming together through schools to learn digital skills. The Welsh Government remains fully committed to tackling digital exclusion, and we've set ambitious targets to reduce the digital exclusion levels from the 19% figure in the June 2015 National Survey for Wales to 13% by next year. I intend to publish a refresh of the Digital Inclusion Strategic Framework and Delivery Plan next month before the end of term to underline its importance and to be able to maintain our momentum. I know many of you in this room have already helped shape this document by attending the regional workshops we held across Wales in December, and we do recognise the need for new and shared insights into this issue because we know we don't have all the answers. So only through a collaborative approach can we help to tackle the divide and prevent the gap from deepening. The refresh plan will remain a living document which evolves to keep pace with changing technologies and digital services. I think digital inclusion must become part of everything that we do. There are still too many people in Wales who are missing out on the life-changing potential of the internet. So once again, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak this morning. I do hope you have a very productive day. Thank you very much.